This is the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I'm continuing my series about the castle principles as described by Lance Secretan in his book called The Spark, the Flame, and the Torch. And the first two principles I covered were courage and authenticity. Notice the C and the A. Now we're going to go on to the S, which is for service. Who do you serve? What sort of service was Secretan talking about? And he starts off by talking about serving your employees, serving your staff. And he tells two wonderful stories. One is about a 31-year-old social worker named Julio Diaz. And I'll just simply say Diaz was mugged and followed his mugger and bought his mugger dinner and spent time with his mugger and eventually got his wallet back. I'm not going to do the story service. I'll simply say, as a social worker, Diaz spent time caring for people that he serves, and in this particular case, it was someone who had robbed him. There's another story about putting people first where he talks about Herb Kelleher from Southwest Airlines. Apparently there was one complaining passenger who really didn't like the fact that Southwest did not have seat assignments, a first class section, and complained about meals. Didn't like this, didn't like that, and she wrote, and it got passed up the chain of command until it got to Kelleher, who was the president of Southwest. And Kelleher wrote back to her in wonderful fashion, "Dear Mrs. So-and-so, we'll miss you. Love, Herb." In other words, it was more important for him to look out for his employees rather than this one complainer. Service starts with your staff. Service continues on operating in partnership with people rather than being at war with them. The idea becomes using old solutions doesn't work. That is, we're in battle to win. We're going to destroy people. The war for talent. This militaristic sort of definition just doesn't serve, and it certainly doesn't serve the needs of people, who are younger. They just don't respond to this war for talent, war for this. I don't want to say they're more peaceful, but they want to have a more caring environment. So I'd simply say that for you, consider that what you should be looking for is ways to serve others. Help them get what they want out of life and out of their work, and it will ultimately come back and pay beautifully. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. If you're interested in my coaching, you visit nobscoachingadvice.com. Sign up for coaching there. I'd love to help you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.